Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new spoiler review of the HBO original series, Lovecraft Country. Episode 6 debuted last night on Sunday, and I'm here to break down episode 6 with you, break down my thoughts, where it ranks for me in the episodes, and how I'm really enjoying this show. If you are brand new to Max Talk Movies, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Max Newberg, and the best way to support this channel is to hit that like button, share this video, and leave a comment. Leave me your spoiler thoughts of episode 6. Where does this fit in your ranking of the episodes so far? Was this your favorite episode? What are your favorite performances in the show thus far? And tell me your predictions for the next 4 episodes of the show. And once again, if you're new to this channel, if you came here looking for just a regular review of the episode, you'll have to wait on my YouTube channel. I'm going to do a regular review once the whole season is done, but because the episodes are once a week, I'm reviewing spoiler reviews of every week of the show. So if you've been watching the show and you haven't watched my other 5 reviews of the episodes, you can also check those out. Let's get right into the episode. So this is definitely one of the most focused episodes of the entire season. It's definitely one of the more unique episodes after last week with basically Ruby's episode. And we kind of ended that episode with Atticus calling this person in South Korea, telling him that he's going to die. And we've been setting up Jamie Chung's character from episode 1. She was in the dream that Jonathan Majors had, Atticus's character had in the first episode. Then she popped in a dream of his again in a sequence in episode 2. And we keep hearing her pop up in small bits in phone calls. But now we get to see background on Atticus's really first love and Jamie Chung's character. So this is the first 20 to 25 minutes was just Jamie Chung. And again, it's a risk. This episode, for me, is actually the biggest risk the show has taken thus far, especially the fact that that it is very much all in Korean. So there's a lot of closed caption, which a lot of people don't like, but that's just what it is. And I watch a lot of foreign stuff now as of late, so it's in my space. But a lot of people might be off this episode just because of that fact. And I don't think this is why you should definitely watch the show, because it's great. Jamie Chung is terrific in this episode. Easily the best part of the episode was her, obviously because she really is the episode. I've seen Jamie Chung in a lot of things. I've seen her pop up in Grown Ups. I've seen her pop up in Hangover 2 and 3. I've seen her, she voiced a character in Big Hero 6. And I saw her pop up in a Netflix movie this year, Dangerous Lies, which is currently sitting as one of the worst films I've seen this year. Not because of her, but just because of the movie. So I haven't really seen Jamie Chung in any leading role in her career. So I was really pumped to see her in basically a leading role in this episode, and she was fantastic. She conveyed what her character really was perfectly throughout the episode. Each kind of scene where you get with her and her so-called mother throughout the episode, it adds more exposition, which could be a bad thing. It is a slight issue of mine with the episode, but we get to learn a lot more about her character. We get background on the mother's actual child, who we found out was raped by her dad, and the wife let her, the mother let her husband rape her, and that's why they made her this. They called on for this being. I forgot what it was called, but you need to kill. Basically, you got to get 100 male souls, and then you will be human again. And once she was at 99, she found Jonathan Majors' character. Jamie Chung also has this whole background of the Judy Garland movie that really makes her feel human really the most, in my opinion, in this, based on what we've seen of her character. Great stuff. The movie theater scene where she's dancing was fantastic. We then see the speed dating stuff, and even though she finds someone who likes Judy Garland just like her, he kind of crosses her off. So people just continue to pass on Jamie Chung. And then we see that her best friend, who it looked like was flirting with her the whole episode. I could be wrong. Tell me in the comment section if you think the same thing. But her best friend is a secret communist. And obviously during the times of the war, communists. I see in this episode, someone was hung in the middle of the streets for being a communist. So, and she was basically a communist spy in the realm of everyone else knowing about it. So then once they find out Jonathan Majors, they basically kill her best friend. And Jamie Chung seems out of anger. Jonathan Majors, bro, kills the person right off the bat. They're like, whoa, Atticus is nothing's quite right with Atticus at the moment. And that's why this episode's also brilliant, because you don't just get background on Gia, who is played by Jamie Chung, but you also get Atticus, played by Jonathan Majors' background more. We kind of hear hints of what happened in the war, what happened with this past relationship. And you can tell in the bath scene of the last episode, this relationship was really, really serious. And it was. It held on for this whole episode spans one whole year. And they got a lot done in an hour for a whole year. And I thought it was brilliantly done by Misha Green and the creators of the show. So then you move into their relationship. And it is really cute. It's really great. And Majors and Chung have amazing chemistry. And you really understand, they do a great job of understanding why they would be into each other. The fact that Jamie Chung, Gia, who she plays Gia doesn't really understand that back in America, the way that the racism treatment that African Americans get, that Asians get in America is awful. And just talking with Jonathan Majors after the ball scene, just hearing about why he might want to stay in Korea, because he won't be, he's fighting for a war that America doesn't really like him back. That type of stuff that the Five Bloods, which he was also in, really hits hard into Five Bloods. The fact that these African American people were drafted, but they fought for the United States. When they came back to the United States, they were trashed on and all that type of stuff. And this show also encapsulates that with Atticus's character. So then they build a relationship because basically they're both their parents. As we continue to find out more about Michael K. Williams, who is Atticus's father, about how he abused him as a kid, and just telling him what he wants his son to be. We find out that both these characters have very similar relationships with their parents, and the fact that their parents want to turn their kids into something that they're not. And the fact that they build their romance off of those two things I thought was brilliantly done. And the first scene of them on basically their first date was brilliant with the film and Jonathan Majors. It was just brilliant. And then the whole scene, every time you think when they're going to have sex, you're thinking, oh my God, she's going to kill him after what we've seen earlier in the episode. But she doesn't. And then she kind of loses control by accident in one of their sex scenes later in the episode. And we kind of see that it looks like, spoiler alert, Jonathan Majors' character Atticus is going to die at the end of the season, possibly. So that's what we've been told. She's basically saw the future, and she saw that Atticus will die somehow in some way. So in this big thing. So I'm really fascinated what they're going to do with Atticus now. As we know, he leaves Korea. It ended weird, is what he said, and it definitely ended weird if you slept. When you found out that happened. But I think in general, it sets up great potential for Atticus now, because you're going to feel tension of, is he going to die this episode, this episode, this episode? But I really hope Gia, played by Jamie Chung, is back in this show. She was fantastic. I'd love to see her in actual form, Gia, Atticus, and Letty all in the same room having a conversation. I think it's going to be an amazing moment if it happens, when Atticus and Gia reunite, first time since he left after he finished with the war. It's going to be a really powerful scene because their romance was great. And Jonathan Majors, by the way, is seriously becoming one of the best actors currently working throughout this show and into Five Bloods. Just a really good actor. He was cast as the new Ant-Man villain, which is exciting. So he's going to get these big roles now, and this show's really, really good for him. And Jamie Chung, as I said, delivers a great performance. You're never like, Jamie Chung and Jonathan Majors are worse than Journey Smollett and Jonathan Majors. They all feel completely different romances that really work because both of those actors have great chemistry. So as a whole, guys, I really actually loved this episode, one of my favorite episodes of the season so far, because I love these shows where it just give background. Now, at times, there is too many scenes to happen for exposition, and it does have to happen in background episodes. That it is an issue for me as well. This show that this is the most exposition heavy episode of the entire show so far, which is a bit of an issue. But as a whole, I really did love this episode. Probably my top 3 episodes of the show so far. I really, really dug it. And I'm so excited to see what happens next episode. It looks like we're going to get Atticus's aunt in the forefront of the next episode, which should be very exciting. Once again, before I go, the best way to support the channel is to leave a like and leave a comment down below. Tell me your predictions for the next 4 episodes. We have 4 more weeks to go on the spoiler reviews of Lovecraft Country. Next week, I'll be back this Monday, a week from today, with my episode 7 spoiler review. Once again, leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts on the episode. Did you love it just as much as I did? What issues did you have it? And what were your favorite parts of the show so far? Thank you guys so much for checking me out. At my next couple of videos later today, I'll be filming a review. I'll be going to break down the Emmys. The Emmys were last night. I'm going to give you my full breakdown, my thoughts of the Emmys. And then this upcoming Wednesday, I'll be giving you my non-spoiler review for the brand new Netflix original film, Enola Holmes. I'll see you in the next one.